Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. This is Zishan Isaac on Zishan On Air and FM 95.1 and 1460 AM on Sangeet radio station. And I would like to welcome you all. We are also live streaming. We are also live streamed on social media platforms, very solid platforms, as you all know. And that is Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and others. And at the end of the day, this is the era where you cannot hide information, you cannot suppress information, and truth always gets out. If you have not voted, next week is the last week for early voting. I highly advise you, whichever state you reside in, whichever city you live in this great country, United States of America, please get out and vote. I'm a Democrat. I always vouch for Democrats. At the local level, you got to look at each local candidates. So make sure you do your due diligence. Here in the United States of America, I'm broadcasting live this program in the city of Houston or Greater Houston. There are many suburbs of Houston, and 95.1 FM and 1460 AM. This is the traditional media. So right from the start, I would like to share this information about the Israeli attack. The Israeli Air Force, there were 100 fighter jets from F-35s to F-16, and also the refueling plane, because they had to be refueled. They went over the airspace of Lebanon, Iraq, as well as Syria, and then they reached their destination. They did listen to our President Biden, because the Israeli Prime Minister and the Israeli cabinet were told, do not attack the nuclear facilities of Iran, and do not attack the oil facilities. That's why this attack was a moderate attack. But at the same time, 3 military installations, there were 3 phases, and we will discuss it more during the program. There were 3 phases. In the first phase, they took out the radars, S-300 radar, which is Russian made. There's another one, which is S-400, which I do not believe any expert indicated about that. And I'm going to also refer and give reference of Richard Kemp. He's the British commander, and he also mentioned that it was a successful attempt. Obviously, the Iranian side, they are going to downplay this, because that's how in the war or in a conflict, every side, they always downplay the damage done by the other side. So this was in response to the April attack of Iran on Israeli territory, or the state of Israel, and then the October 1st attack. So this was something that everyone was expecting. They did alert Iranians, and there are some reports where they said that the US was also alerted. So there were 3 phases. The first phase, they took out the radars. The second phase, when the Air Force jets of the Israeli Air Force, they also took out the 3 military installations, and also the manufacturing facilities of ballistic missiles. So the idea here is that now Iran has a limited number of ballistic missiles that they can use, because their facilities, or the manufacturing facilities of ballistic missiles, have been taken out. So this was a very coordinated, precision-based attack by the Israeli Air Force. And unfortunately, hope calmer minds prevail, and this is the end of the retaliatory tit-for-tat kind of tactics, both by the Iranian regime and then obviously by the Israeli cabinet. And right now the PM of Israel is Benjamin Netanyahu, Bibi. So that's the latest. And there were 4 Iranian soldiers who basically lost their lives as a result of this Israeli attack on Israel. This was the very first direct attack by Israel in terms of using their fighter jets. The second information I have to share, obviously, with regards to the independent judiciary, because 26th Amendment has been passed in one of the allies of US, and that is Pakistan. A lot of stakeholders of independent judiciary and the experts, including UN, they have condemned that this will undermine judiciary because there are three pillars, and the fourth one is the media. And those three pillars are executive pillar, legislature, and judiciary. Now, the judiciary is under the legislative pillar in the Pakistani politics. So the previous system was based out of seniority-based system. There are two basic systems in the world. One is seniority-based systems, and the other one is merit-based system, which is based on performance. Any organization or any country where they do not have the proper metrics-based system to evaluate performances of bureaucrats or performances of people who are serving in private sector or public sector, then they bring in or they use seniority-based system. Now, the seniority-based system was something that was intact in the Pakistani judiciary system because the Supreme Court, the justice of the Supreme Court, there's only one. In this country, they are obviously the panel, a total of 9 Supreme Court Chief Justices. There are different systems in different parts of the world. So over there, the senior judge of the Supreme Court bench, that person is always the next incoming Supreme Court judge because it's based on seniority. Now that seniority is gone because it's now under the parliamentary system that the parliament, just like our US House of Representatives, but it's different, but just to understand. So the parliament will decide. So they will take the 3 judges, and obviously when they take 3 judges, the other 2 would be not the senior most. They could be number 2, number 3, and they can then pick whichever judge they want. So this is something which is an eye-opener for a lot of people, and we wish all the best to those who are Pakistani nationals and those who belong to Pakistan, because this is the end of your independence of judiciary. Any reasonable, any sane person would look at this and consider that. So hopefully it gets overturned, but we don't know when it will get overturned. But that was another major development in terms of the international news as well, where the Pakistani people should know about this latest development. And obviously it's politics, and we should always look at how politics can be dirty, but at the same time, we got to make sure that when we elect people in this country or any country, that we always look at the candidates and we always look for the people who has the best interest of people in their mind. And how do we know that? What they are saying, how they are talking and conducting themselves. Because whatever is in the mind and whatever is in the heart somehow always gets out. That's why when they say they're going to do XYZ, believe them. They will do it. That's why it's very important. As a citizen, as someone who may be running for office, I ran for office, so I know there is a responsibility on the candidate. And what a candidate at the local level or running for the highest office of the land, what he or she says matter. So the latest in their development is, welcome to the garbage can of the world. You may get surprised what I just said. I didn't say that. That's what the other person who's running for office said. Who is that? Obviously, we know. Sometimes I don't mention his name, but his name is Trump. That's what Trump said. And what he said that based on this whole idea of immigration and immigration rhetoric, that Trump called US garbage can for the world in his latest anti-immigration rhetoric. The reason I mention this because on this airwaves, a lot of listening audience, especially on the traditional media, although a lot of non-Desis, they also listen to this broadcast and live streaming of Zishan on air. But majority of them, they are Desis. We call them South Asians or people who have come from Asia, or they could be second, third generations. So there are 2 contrasts to this entire aspect of this whole idea of citizenship or immigration. One is US is garbage can of the world or land of opportunities. So I belong to those people who consider US the land of opportunities, and those who do consider US as the garbage can of the world, because that's what they're saying. And last Muslim ban or the travel ban that they had was only 5 countries or so. This time they're saying it's going to be 13 countries. So just make up your mind. that who you're going to vote for. Are you going to vote for somebody who's going to enhance the travel ban, enhance the Muslim ban, or what have you? Last time it was 5, now it could be 13. Who knows? Could be 30. And it could be other countries as well. So garbage can of the world, right? So that means people who are immigrating or even coming through legal immigration, they are considered as trash. Because what do you throw in the garbage? You throw trash. That's the only logical conclusion or reasonable conclusion any sane person with an iota of brain cell would conclude. And then the other picture of the story is, which vast majority of Americans belong to, that this country, this land is the land of opportunities. This country is a nation of laws, and we believe in laws. And that's what this country is all about, because it doesn't matter where you have come from, but what it matters is where we are heading. So our future is bright, and the future is within our grasp. That's why every 4 years, we as Americans, we choose our own US president. No country in the world actually does the way we do it, because we have the system in place and we choose our commander in chief. And that's what's at stake. So please get out and vote. Next week is the last week, and November 1st is the last day for early voting. And then November 5th, Tuesday, is the election day. So thank you for watching me live. And without any further ado, I would also want to recognize the advertisers, the sponsors of this program. And if you would like to also be part of this Zishan On Air live streaming broadcast, as well as on 95.1 FM 1460 AM, please connect with me. You can reach me at 281-223-1214, 281-223-1214, and you can certainly advertise with us. So the first one is the AIT Insurance, and I would like to display their information on social media. People who are watching Zishan On Air, watching me live, watching myself live, you can look on the screen. It's aitinsurance.com. For all your insurance needs, please contact from auto, home, health insurance, commercial insurance, what have you. And you are residing anywhere in the United States, especially if you're in Texas, then you can connect with their offices as well. And their number is 713-785-4000, 713-785-4000, or you can visit aitinsurance.com, aitinsurance.com. And the next is Avesta Houston. They are located in Houston. So if you're visiting Houston, or if you are in Houston listening to me from the airwaves, then please visit 11165 Westheimer Road at the intersection of Hillcrest and Westheimer. And their phone number is 713-781-5555, 713-781-5555, or you can visit them on the web, avestahouston.com. And they say, we serve Persian and Middle Eastern cuisine. We serve Persian and Middle Eastern food, Middle Eastern cuisine. So avestahouston.com. So with that, I'm signing off from the social media platform, live streaming, because this is the era of social media, but continuing with the traditional media. With that, signing off, and with those who are live with us on streaming platforms, I'll see you next Sunday. Happy voting. Please get out and vote for the best candidate. I'm a Democrat. I vouch for Democrats. So please get out and vote. Thank you.